For over 60 years, Hansen Carpet has put the customer first, providing only the finest quality products and service. And Hansen Carpet is so much more than just carpet. We also carry a wide selection of window blinds and shades, and our licensed and insured technicians can service any of your flooring or window covering needs. Browse our huge selection of laminate, carpet, linoleum, vinyl, and tile. Stop by our showroom today or visit HansenCarpet.com. No matter what your project, Hansen Carpet has got you covered.
Transmission of lice occurs from being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Like catching a cold or the flu.
You have guaranteed peace of mind in every bottle of Got Lice because all of our products are completely natural
And organic.
but strong enough to cover all your lice removal needs while being safe and effective. Our professional technicians are specially trained with our exclusive proven technique to successfully comb out head lice. We come right to your home at your convenience.
Whenever you want us.
We bring everything needed to perform a successful and complete comb out while eliminating your head lice. And we leave you with our exclusive complimentary products to use for the next 10 days following our treatment.
For free.
Our technicians also check all family members who have been exposed to lice. Please visit us on our website today at gotlice.co or feel free to call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 646-257-0121.
For over 60 years, Hansen Carpet has put the customer first, providing only the finest quality products and service. And Hansen Carpet is so much more than just carpet. We also carry a wide selection of window blinds and shades, and our licensed and insured technicians can service any of your flooring or window covering needs. Browse our huge selection of laminate, carpet, linoleum, vinyl, and tile. Stop by our showroom today or visit HansenCarpet.com. No matter what your project, Hansen Carpet has got you covered.
Transmission of lice occurs from being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Like catching a cold or the flu.
You have guaranteed peace of mind in every bottle of Got Lice because all of our products are completely natural
And organic.
but strong enough to cover all your lice removal needs while being safe and effective. Our professional technicians are specially trained with our exclusive proven technique to successfully comb out head lice. We come right to your home at your convenience.
Whenever you want us.
We bring everything needed to perform a successful and complete comb out while eliminating your head lice. And we leave you with our exclusive complimentary products to use for the next 10 days following our treatment.
For free.
Our technicians also check all family members who have been exposed to lice. Please visit us on our website today at gotlice.co or feel free to call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 646-257-0121.
The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, InRavio can get your message out there. And we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is InRavio.com. Paul Brown and the Killing Devils. Alternative progressive rock like you've never heard before. Over 1 million views on YouTube. New York City Village Voice says Paul is a gifted singer, songwriter, and musician with one of the best progressive rock bands on the planet. LA Underground Music Exchange calls him the only modern American band to cover every genre well. Pick up the albums Black Widow Tears, Red Spider, and The Wizard's Dawn, now on iTunes. And get to facebook.com/Killing Devils to keep up with the latest info. InRavio.com.
Hello, and we are live. Yes, Two Guys in a Chick Show.
Hello.
Welcome. I'm Chuck. This is Bonnie.
Hello.
So today we have some footage from Warped Tour
Yes.
2014 at Jones Beach in Wantor, Long Island, New York, right?
Yes.
Now, we've been to like half a dozen Warped Tours.
Yeah, I think so now, yeah.
And, and this one, I gotta say, I think this one honestly was the best. I like this one.
Of course, the one I didn't get to go to.
Yeah, of course. You know, that's Murphy's Law, right? But the bands were better. I mean, of course, you know, it's still Warped Tour. They don't have a clue what's going on, you know, which way is up, because everybody's so busy setting up. It's just amazing to see them put all that stuff together and get it going, you know?
Right.
And it's remarkable for them to pull it off day after day after day after day. It's phenomenal. But, yeah, the bands were good. Staging was good. You know, the bands kicked butt. They really did. They put on a good show. I mean, there was a couple of bands that were kind of iffy, but for the most part, I was really surprised at the talent of the bands, you know, this year. Very good. Some really awesome bands.
So who was your favorite?
Hard to say. There was a couple, you know, they all have a couple of good songs that, you know, you really like. So, and there's so many. There's like 6 stages, you know, so you're bouncing back and forth. It's hard to, plus we spent a lot of time backstage, you know, interviewing the bands. So came back with a lot of content.
So you didn't get a lot of time to mosh or...
Nah, not a lot of time to crowd surf.
No,
not
no
that
crowd
anybody
surfing?
would have been able to hold me up. They would have been, what they would have did was drop the fat guy, because then they could stand on his belly and they could reach the next person that's crowd surfing to, you know, use me as a stepping stool. Pretty much.
Okay, so at least you didn't try.
What, the crowd surf?
Yeah.
No, that's not happening. That ship has sailed. Beep, it's sunk in a harbor, that ship. Yeah.
Oh, that's sad. That it sunk.
I'm sorry, I'm just too big for people to hold on to. I wouldn't trust myself.
No, I never even
I
tried
don't
it.
float. You know, there's no floating going on here, so.
You don't even float.
Don't even float. So we got some footage from Warped Tour, and we have some stupid news. What else we got?
No, we are dedicating this entire episode to Warped Tour.
Awesome. See?
Yes, this is the Warped Tour episode of Two Guys and a Chick.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, we've got 4 different interviews that we're going to.
All right. We had Jamie Solano out in the field doing the
Yes.
interviewing. Awesome. She did great. And Mike's in doing the camera work. As always, he's right there. And good team, those guys. They really are. They're a good team. We got good people here at Radio. Absolutely.
Cool deal.
So who's first?
First on the list is Less Than Jake.
Old guys like myself. That's what he called them. He
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
He said old guys like, you know, like us. I said, yeah, pretty much.
So their style apparently is ska punk. What exactly is ska punk?
Punk that sounds like ska.
Oh, you're just a font of information.
Ska punk.
Okay. Well, apparently they're from Gainesville, Florida.
Yes, they are, which I was kind of surprised. And yeah.
Why? You think only Skinner comes from Gainesville?
That's what I'm thinking. Well, they don't. They come from, you know, Jacksonville, but let's get the terminology correct. But you know what? Punk is around the globe. So, but you would think that a lot of these punk bands, especially some of the ska ones and stuff, would come from California. That's the inkling. You know, you're like, California, but nah, they come from all over. It's a big deal. And keep in mind that these guys have been doing this as long as Warp's been around.
Yeah.
You know, so they were
Oh,
20.
yeah,
they were 20
apparently they came out in 1992. Is when they started.
Yeah,
That's pretty impressive.
yeah, they've been around. But
So we'll check out their interview. What do you think?
yeah, so you ready to go?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so let's
check out their interview.
Let's go to Jamie Solano at Jones Beach for Vans Warped Tour 2014 in Wantor, Long Island, New York.
All right, so what is on the itinerary for after Warped Tour for Less Than Jake?
Go home and pass out for about a week. And then we're going to Russia. And hopefully I don't get jailed with Pussy Riot. And, yeah, we're going to do a big festival over in Cubana, which is in Russia. And from there we do our annual Wake and Bake shows in Gainesville, Florida. And we do it every Labor Day. And it's a 2-day blowout. And it's insane. And people tend not to remember it. So... yeah, it's a good time. And then we do a big festival in Canada. We play a festival in Jacksonville, Florida, early September. And then the end of the month, we're going to Canada for a full 2.5-week tour.
Well, apparently we had a little bit of technical difficulty.
Little
on
audio
that,
difficulty there, so we'll have to straighten that out.
So, do you know where their name comes from?
No, actually, that was one of the questions that I wish that Jamie would have asked. One of the hard-hitting questions that she could have asked.
Apparently, Jake was the drummer's dog. And the dog was treated better than anybody else in the family. So everything was less than Jake. That's where the name.
All right. See, because a lot of these guys, the name is, where did they get that name from, So that's cool.
Yeah,
He was
not everybody is quite so obvious as two guys and a chick.
Yeah. Trying to make it obvious, but,
Yeah, there was some thought involved in that one.
right?
So so after them, I was going to go on to Biebs and the Moneymakers.
Yeah, she was cool.
She's adorable.
She is, yeah. See that outfit?
Yes.
Awesome.
Love the tail.
Loved it. You like the tail?
Yes, love the tail.
They were very good live, by the way. Those guys, we saw them live, and very good live. They, had the whole, the gun that shot out the confetti and the whole deal. And, they had people dancing, boy.
Wow.
Because, the new thing, of course, it's Warped Tour, so, that's not gonna stop people from moshing, crowd surfing, but they had signs up everywhere. You can't mosh, you can't crowd surf, you can't do any of that stuff. But she had them dancing, yeah. She had a conga line with several thousand people.
Wow.
Yeah, dancing and going around. They had them awesome.
Pretty impressive.
Very impressive. Good musicians, very solid, very tight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and yes, that's right. Jamie did interview them last year.
Yes, we did.
So.
That's Jamie's favorite.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's who we went for first.
Oh okay.
Biebs and the Moneymakers, yeah. Very good people, by the way. Very nice people.
All right. So you want to check out their interview?
Yep, you were ready for that one? All right, so let's go to Jamie Solano at Warped Tour 2014, Jones
Biebs
Beach.
and the Moneymakers.
Thanks, guys. Welcome back to Vin's Warp Tour 2014. I'm Jamie Solano here for InRadio.com with my friends from Biebs and her Moneymakers. This is Biebs herself and Paul, drummer and official breakfast maker.
Well, I start with some potatoes, and then I add onions and peppers if I have it. I cook some eggs. I cook bacon on the side, and then I throw it in later.
And he's also very proud that he makes his own
I
granola.
also make my own granola. It's not a huge deal, but I do it. And that's it. And then orange juice and coffee, and you got breakfast.
Wow, that's a Biebs and her Moneymakers breakfast.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, so I interviewed you guys last year for InRadio.com, and I saw you with Real Big Fish in November at the Best Buy Theater. It was an amazing show, and I understand that you recently made an EP with ska legend producer from Real Big Fish, right?
We did. We made an EP in November, and then we just released a full length that they also did, and Aaron Barrett from Real Big Fish features on. The new album, full length album, is called The Worst Album Ever, spelled with a U, like bratwurst. And it's pretty terrible. But we're proud of it. We're very proud of it.
So how is the worst album ever different from No Sleep Tonight and your two Thursday?
It's worse.
It's worse.
It's like a step backwards
It's
and
a step.
down.
It's a step backwards, but also a step forward. I feel like it's futuristic. It's so bad. It's from the future.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's so bad it's from the future.
Yeah.
What was it like working with Aaron Barrett?
It was awesome. He's the nicest, funniest dude, and David Irish was the producer and engineer on the album, who's also part of the Real Big Fish camp, who's their sound guy and
Yeah,
stuff.
he
And
did all their albums as well.
he did all their albums as well, and he's a genius. Like, he's just the coolest, most efficient, badass dude to do an album with ever.
Yeah, like we did it really quickly, but it never felt rushed just because they're professionals.
So professionals and
So-
proficient.
So it's cool. It was really fun.
Yeah.
Cool. So who are your friends on Warped Tour this year?
Warp Tour sucks. I don't even have any
I
friends.
don't like anybody.
I don't like anyone here.
Except
everyone's-
for the Bad Rabbits, Air Dubai, Echo Smith,
Protoman, City Shake Up,
Play.
K-Flay,
You got Ryan Seaman. He's really nice.
Ryan Seaman's the coolest dude ever.
You got Josh Handy.
TV's famous Josh Handy.
He's a good guy.
He's a really good guy. Kevin Lyman's really nice.
He's sweet.
Sierra Lyman.
Sierra Lyman's also sweet.
Let's keep name dropping. Even people we don't hang out with, just name dropping.
Of Mice and Men.
Of Mice and Men,
We kick
we're
it.
like besties with those dudes.
Mike Herrera.
Mike Herrera from MXPX.
All the time.
Oh, we should sing them our Mike Herrera song.
Should we though?
Yeah. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, Mike Herrera. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's an original.
Yeah.
Proto Men. You mentioned Proto Men.
Yeah.
That band is so cool.
Yeah,
they're like
Absolutely.
they're like our besties on the tour,
Yeah.
I would say.
I feel like you guys would get along, you
Yeah.
two, because you guys are like this sassy psychedelic ska, and they're like this kind of rock opera, very new.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They're so fun. We involved them in our neck chop game, which I just neck chopped him in an interview, which made me very happy.
Yeah.
And it's been getting intense. We're in an intense battle with them right now,
Yeah,
in a fun
fierce.
way. But it's a fierce battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It's almost a war.
I would say a full-on war.
You think it's full on war?
Yeah, I would say it's war. I just got him in the catering line on the way here.
Oh, it's war now.
That's intense.
War with the Proto-Men.
Coming for you,
Friendship-
Proto Man.
Friendship war.
Coming for you.
You know, last year in the interview, you told someone else you were coming for you. It was Tony Danza.
No, John Stamos.
John Stamos.
John Stamos, you stood me up for lunch.
Yeah, he stood us
I'm
up for
coming for
lunch.
Bob Saget now.
Yeah.
Over you. We're
Oh.
done.
Whoa.
I just announced that.
Yeah, that's
I've been,
heavy.
I know. I've been thinking it for a while. But
Saget now.
Yeah.
Right, so all this war and these attacks on a more diplomatic
but
note.
on a war level, we come to war with confetti cannons, so
That's
it's
true.
kind of more of a party than a war. But to
Yeah.
us, it's like a war,
We
I
do
guess.
confetti, we make breakfast. It's,
And that's how we.
It's
That's
a friendship
how,
war.
It's a friendship war.
All right, so who are your favorite people that you've performed with?
Oh, man.
Ever?
Maybe just like the last year.
Well, we love the Suburban Legends.
Suburban Legends, Real Big Fish. Shout out to Goldfinger, Beautiful
Goldfinger
Bodies.
Featuring Mike Herrera.
Featuring Mike.
Because Mike Herrera played bass. Beautiful Bodies,
Beautiful
yeah.
Bodies.
The Shab-
Shout out to Willie Nelson.
Oh, yeah.
Played with Willie Nelson.
The Shabooms, this band from Orlando, the Shabooms.
Yeah, they're really awesome.
Super soulful band. I think they just won.
Yeah,
No, they're like a soul revival band. They're
they're
fantastic.
awesome. They're super awesome. Yeah, I would say that's
Keller Williams was cool.
Keller
John
Williams,
Prine.
is John Prine.
We
Chris
did like a
Christopherson.
country festival this year. And
They let us play a
very
country
awesome.
festival. I don't know why. It was really
But we were
fun.
happy to do it.
We were very happy to do
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
That's so cool. So how was that different in terms of the crowd, like the audience? Is the Warped Tour audience different than a country festival audience?
Yeah, definitely.
Totes.
Totally different. But in all honesty, everyone rages the same. It was still a dance party.
Yeah.
Just a different demographic.
Yeah. It was
Maybe
lot
a
of
little less
dads.
hip, a little less hip moves. But
moves
there
were
was,
less hip.
but there was hips moving.
But hips, yes.
hips were
the
moving.
hips moved, but in less of a hip way.
Yeah.
All right, so less hip, but hips moving nonetheless.
Yeah. Hips.
Also,
All right.
a lot of hippies.
A lot of hippies. There's a lot of
At
hippies.
the country
there.
festival?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh, yeah. Hippie dads.
yeah. Hippie dads. That's our number one demographic.
That's our other demographic. That-
I normally fit into that demographic, so of course I love you guys. I am. I'm a hippie.
that makes sense now.
All right, so Beebs, I want to talk about what happened at your set when you did this like very brief but very amazing screamo segment. We need to discuss that. That was
Okay.
amazing. Where did you learn to do that?
I've been toying with it for a while. I haven't felt there was room to fit it in anywhere. But I felt a lot of pressure being on Warped Tour. These bands are hard out here. Like, this is a hard knock life out here. So I was like, I need to stay in the game. So I wanted some metal cred. So I did the
Yeah.
thing, you know, and then I was like,
That was bold of you, and it was at the perfect timing. And I think people were really feeling it. Like, you put up some good competition for these screamo bands.
take that, terror.
All right, so Beebs and our moneymakers, they can do it all. They did a country fest. They're playing with ska bands. We're doing screamo. Bob Saget now.
Bob
Saget.
Bob
Everything. Potatoes and bacon.
Potatoes and
Even Dave
bacon.
Coulier. Breakfast.
Breakfast all day. Shoot.
Great. So, all right, what's on the itinerary after Warped Tour?
We are going to do a fall tour and also a spring tour. Details can be found at Beebs and Our Money. You know, I'm not even going to say the .com. Just Google us. Beebs and Our Moneymakers.
Juggle it.
Just Google it. Google it. And we'll also be releasing. We just released a couple music videos, like one for Waterfalls, one for Out the Door. So we'll also be releasing 2 more music videos from the new album. I think one of them that we're doing is for Death to Ego, which is my favorite song from the new album.
It's funky.
It's very funky, and I get to play my alter ego Sheila Shazam. So
Sheila Shazam, that's your alter ego?
Sheila Shazam, yeah. Sheila Shazam has a fro, and she's super sassy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
She's like a Sasquatch. That's how sassy.
All right, so what brings her out?
Funkiness. It's all the funk that lives in me that doesn't get to come out all the time.
Gotta let the funk out.
Gotta let the funk out.
That's awesome. Let the funk out.
One-piece pantsuit, do it.
All right, can you just show our viewers your tail? It needs to be seen. It's so awesome. Shake it, girl. All right, so this is Beebs and her Moneymakers. Beebs and Paul, the drummer. Thanks so much for interviewing with us. I'm Jamie for InRavio.com at Vans Warped Tour 2014.
We love Jamie.
All right, thanks,
And we are
guys.
back.
Welcome
That
back
was
to-
Beebs and the Moneymakers at Warped Tour 2014 at Jones Beach. And Kissy Cake says, I was at Jones Beach, didn't see Chuck though. I was a big target. It was hard to miss me, and I was all over that joint. I think we walked about 10 miles before we actually found a place that we needed to be and stayed there for more than 5 minutes. We were everywhere.
That's pretty typical of Warp.
We were
You
behind
spend a lot of time
stage. We were
finding.
in the back of the parking lot. We were in the parking lot handing out bracelets. We were everywhere, everywhere. So I'm guessing you went to Jones Beach. What did you think about the show if you went there? I thought it was pretty good. So now we're going to take a quick break, and we're coming back with Bowling for Soup,
Yes.
right? Okay. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back for Bowling for Soup, with the Bowling for Soup interview right after this.
Okay, sounds good.
The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, InRavio can get your message out there, and we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is InRavio.com.
Hey, this is Chris Les Jake, and if InRavio.com spots you at an event wearing this bracelet, they will give you $100.
Paul Brown and the Killing Devils. Alternative progressive rock like you've never heard before. Over 1 million views on YouTube. New York City Village Voice says Paul is a gifted singer, songwriter, and musician with one of the best progressive rock bands on the planet. LA Underground Music Exchange calls him the only modern American band to cover every genre well. Pick up the albums Black Widow Tears, Red Spider, and The Wizard's Dawn, now on iTunes. And get to Facebook.com/Killing Devils to keep up with the latest info.
Transmission of lice occurs from being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Like catching a cold or the flu.
You have guaranteed peace of mind in every bottle of Got Lice because all of our products are completely natural,
And organic.
but strong enough to cover all your lice removal needs while being safe and effective. Our professional technicians are specially trained with our exclusive proven technique to successfully comb out head lice. We come right to your home at your convenience.
Whenever you want us.
We bring everything needed to perform a successful and complete comb out while eliminating your head lice. And we leave you with our exclusive complimentary products to use for the next 10 days following our treatment.
For free.
Our technicians also check all family members who have been exposed to lice. Please visit us on our website today at gotlice.co or feel free to call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 646-257-0121.
For over 60 years, Hanson Carpet has put the customer first, providing only the finest quality products and service. And Hanson Carpet is so much more than just carpet. We also carry a wide selection of window blinds and shades, and our licensed and insured technicians can service any of your flooring or window covering needs. Browse our huge selection of laminate, carpet, linoleum, vinyl, and tile. Stop by our showroom today or visit HansonCarpet.com. No matter what your project, Hanson Carpet has got you covered.
Yeah, we are back. Two guys and a chick.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us. This is the special Vans Warped Tour edition of Two Guys and a Chick today. So, Bowling for Soup, what tidbits do you have on them?
Well, Bowling for Soup is from Wichita Falls, Texas. Now, Wichita Falls really doesn't sound like a Texas town, does it? Does it sound like Kansas? Isn't there a Wichita, Kansas?
Sounds
Matt
like a
says yes.
Kansas thing.
Yeah. Well, anyway, they're from Texas. Apparently, they are a rock band. They're called Rock. I don't know any of their music, so I can't really say. But apparently, their big influences were Quiet Riot, Rat, and Motley Crue. Believe it or not, those are their big influences.
Well, you got to understand, most of these bands, people don't think that they're influenced by the older stuff, but these are older guys like Bowling for Soup. And these are the guys who grew up on this stuff. This is the music that was hot when they were around. So, of course, they're going to be influenced by that. That's part of the deal. All right, so let's go back to Vans Warped Tour 2014 at Jones Beach in Wantagh, Long Island, New York, with Jamie Solano.
All right, thanks, guys. Welcome back to Vans Warped Tour 2014. Eric from Bowling for Soup has now wandered into my shower. Hi, Eric.
How are you?
Thank you for joining us.
Hey, I'm proud to share a shower with a lovely lady anytime I get a chance to.
So nice of you to come into my shower when only a few more minutes left until your set. You decided to make time for us. That was very kind and will be noted. So now let's talk about the band. What's going on the tour? How are you guys doing? Who are your best friends on the tour?
Lots of best friends. In fact, you were just speaking with our very good friends Les and Jake just a moment ago. Yes, those guys. It was awesome. We were with them in Australia earlier on this year, and we were actually forced to share a dressing room with them for 2 weeks, and they were like, "Oh God," we were so happy. To learn that you guys were going to be on Warped Tour this year, because that means that we're not going to be the only old people out on tour. We're old. It's fine. It's fine.
Your age.
They're older than us, so at least we're not the oldest guys out here.
Better than you. So I was talking to them on the topic of being an old band. They have a really versatile crowd, and so does Bowling for Soup, I'm sure. So what is that like to see, like, the young kids and then the older people and people bringing their kids out? Is that crazy to see?
It's really strange, man, because it's like you see the over the last 20 years, it's like you get people that are teenagers coming out to see your show, and then you watch them grow up and then have families of their own. And it's like, okay, then, first it's like, oh, they bring the girlfriend. And then, oh, we got married. Oh, congratulations. Oh, we just had a kid. Now our kid's 10, and we're bringing him to the show. And it's like, Jesus, like, we've been doing this for a while,
Crazy.
It's cool.
Extended family.
Yeah, very, very cool.
That's awesome. So who did you grow up listening to?
Oh, man, it's, our musical listening is so diverse, like really, really. You wouldn't expect what you would find on any of our iPods, like from Willie Nelson to David Bowie, Elvis Costello, the Lemonheads, Dinosaur Jr., Pantera, Testament, like it's just crazy genre jumping, I guess.
All right. So what was your favorite city on the tour so far?
My favorite city on the tour so far, I'm not going to lie, it's when I took a week off and I went home and slept in my bed for 5 days.
Oh, yeah. You did take a break? Were you missing everybody? What was that?
We skipped the Canadian dates when a couple of us had a couple of things we had to go home and take care of, and so it just kind of turned out that we left in Portland and joined back up in Buffalo. So we left one corner of the country and joined back up on the other corner of the country.
All All right. Well, that was nice to get a break and you feel refreshed.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
Great.
absolutely.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this interview with us. I won't hold you up any longer. But this is Chris from Bowling for Soup. Eric from Bowling for Soup.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Eric from Bowling for Soup. It's Vans Warped Tour 2014. I'm Jamie Solano for InRadio.com.
So why were you guys in the shower? That I don't get.
Well, let's explain to you the Warped Tour thing. When you do these interviews, basically if you're familiar with Jones Beach in Long Island, New York, I was sitting on the stage, eating a bagel, looking out at the audience is what I was doing. Because they had all the tables for lunch and whatnot set up on the stage, because catering is behind the stage at Jones Beach, right, the food services. And they were using the dressing room B, which is the larger one, behind stage to do the interviews with the bands. So that's where we spent most of our time. Now, there's only there's one larger dressing room, and then there's a smaller one that's closed up. And they had, the sign in it that said Warped Tour and stuff. Anyway, there were so many people that were doing interviews there that, while I was rushing around getting everything else and Mike and Jamie were working on it, they were in one of the bigger rooms with other people doing interviews. So in order to get some privacy, per se, we had to wind up at different spots. So we wound up at one point in the bathroom of the larger dressing room, because it was the only other room to use where you could get a wall. So what we did was we stuck them in the shower, and you'll see in one of the other ones, we actually took the shower curtain and used it as like a curtain and just zipped it open. But nice reverb in there. But, in true form, because we are in Ravio.com TV network, I went to the girl and I told her, and once she found out, who we were and where we were from, we were her best friend. And she kicked everybody else out of the big room, and we wound up in there. And, there were people there, bowling for soup.
So you were relegated to the bathroom until you said, I'm from Inravio, and then she let you have the big room.
Well, I'm Chuck. So I went over and I said, hey, by the way, I'm Chuck. She said, oh, you're Chuck. Okay, come with me. So you know how that works out. But what happened was, like Bowling for Soup and Less Than Jake, these guys, the interviews for these guys were by invitation only. And as soon as she found out who we were and where we were from, she's like, put your name down for those. I'll get you an interview. Just put your name down. Whatever you want, put your name down.
Wow. Okay.
She pulled Jamie to the side. She's giving Jamie all the rundowns. This is on this is a ba-ba-ba. Do you want to interview this guy? Who would you like next? So.
Very nice.
Rightly so.
All right.
Smoke
So
it-
you want
smoke it,
to go back and see if we can get that Less Than Jake one?
Sure, let's go back. And Less Than Jake, great guy. Really enjoyed him. And for any of my students that might be watching, which you should be, pay attention to the bands that he likes. Very interesting. Let's go back to Jamie Solano at Vans Warped Tour.
Go home and pass out for about a week. And then we're going to Russia. And hopefully I don't get jailed with Pussy Riot. And we're going to do a big festival over in Cubana, which is in Russia. And from there we do our annual Wake and Bake shows in Gainesville, Florida. And we do it every Labor Day, and it's a 2-day blowout, and it's insane, and people tend not to remember it. So, yeah, it's a good time. And then we do a big festival in Canada. We play a festival in Jacksonville, Florida, early September. And then the end of the month, we're going to Canada for a full 2.5-week tour with Big D and the Kids Table. And then we work our way back down the East Coast, and we're culminating in Gainesville, Florida on Halloween for this thing called The Fest. And then we'll be done for like November and December, maybe. Unless someone wants to pay us a lot of money to play a show.
So on the note of touring, you guys, your audience is very versatile. You have like some old folks, the young kids, you have a lot of different demographics within your market. So what do you think? Like, is it interesting to see, do people bring their kids out that were fans of yours from 15 years ago? Are they young?
Yeah, the kids and the parents are spanning generations now. So we're seeing a lot of that. We had a girl come through the other day. She said, I just turned 17. I saw you guys 17 years ago, kind of. I was in my mom's, in the womb. That was, so her mom used to go see us play when she was 20, 21, 22, and had her daughter who's now 17, so.
That's awesome. So they literally grew up with the band.
Yeah.
Is that humbling to see people who grew up with your music like that?
It's cool. It's also a form of child abuse. I wouldn't let, if I had kids, I wouldn't let them listen to my band.
All right, so in terms of Less Than Jake's content, for the people who haven't heard the band, what do you think your musical influences are mainly?
At this point, lots of bad Florida Southern rock, so Molly Hatchet, Leonard Skinner.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome. So do you have any advice for the kids that come out to Warped Tour every year that are trying to break into the music industry themselves, rocking out in bands in their garages, just about coming up and coming into the industry?
Yeah, just find people that have your same mindset, that want to, share your same goals, that work hard, and if someone sucks, you got to let them go early. Don't let a bad bass player derail your career. Get a new bass player when you need a new bass player, or a keyboardist, or a singer, or whatever.
Cool.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to, throw furniture out of a 10-story Holiday Inn somewhere.
All right. And if there's one thing that you want people to take away from your music, from your albums, and from your records, like what would it be? What's the main message that Less Than Jake is trying to communicate through their music?
One word.
Just a sentence, maybe.
Sentence.
A general kind
Leave your problems at the door and come and have a good time. That's what we do.
of. Cool. All right. That's Chris from Less Than Jake. This is Dan's World Tour 2014.
That's right. What's your show called?
InRadio.com. You're going to be on InRadio.com. Internet radio television.
In Radio. Yeah. Hey, this is Chris and Less Than Jake, and you're watching InRadio.com.
Well, that was cool.
And, yeah, that was cool. So, Southern Rock, right?
Yes.
Molly
I'm gonna
Hatchet,
have
Leonard
to.
Skinner.
I'm gonna have to check out Less Than Jake. Apparently.
There you go. So you got a new fan. What's what we're doing here at Radio? Making fans. Making the fans.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. Good.
So I think it's probably time for us to take another quick break, and then we come back. We'll talk to the Proto Men.
Okay, and the Proto Men were fun. I'll give you some insight on the Proto Men.
Okay.
Yeah, that was quite interesting.
They
So-
seem pretty cool. I still
Yeah.
don't get it, but yeah, we'll.
The Proto Men thing?
Yeah, we'll.
Okay, I'll give you a little bit of insight. I'm
Okay.
sure you got some as well, but
I get a little bit.
I got some behind the scenes stuff that we talked about. But yeah, we'll come back. We'll do some Proto Men. Very fun concert. So yeah, if you missed it, set your watch for Warped Tour 2015. And hopefully it's at Jones Beach. You get a little bit of breeze there. We'll be right back right after this.
What's up, guys? We're Scared No Fear, and we're here with InRadio. Listen, you guys need to listen to this. If they catch you at a show with one of these bracelets, you will win $100.
That's a lot of money.
So get a bracelet. Get it online. Get it somewhere. I don't know how you're gonna get it, but get it. Make sure you need $100.
Do whatever it takes to get that. Hit them up online.
For over 60 years, Hanson Carpet has put the customer first, providing only the finest quality products and service. And Hanson Carpet is so much more than just carpet. We also carry a wide selection of window blinds and shades, and our licensed and insured technicians can service any of your flooring or window covering needs. Browse our huge selection of laminate, carpet, linoleum, vinyl, and tile. Stop by our showroom today or visit HansonCarpet.com. No matter what your project, Hanson Carpet has got you covered.
Transmission of lice occurs from being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Like catching a cold or a flu.
You have guaranteed peace of mind in every bottle of Got Lice because all of our products are completely natural,
And organic.
but strong enough to cover all your lice removal needs while being safe and effective. Our professional technicians are specially trained with our exclusive proven technique to successfully comb out head lice. We come right to your home at your convenience.
Whenever you want us.
We bring everything needed to perform a successful and complete comb out while eliminating your head lice. And we leave you with our exclusive complimentary products to use for the next 10 days following our treatment.
For free.
Our technicians also check all family members who have been exposed to lice. Please visit us on our website today at gotlice.co or feel free to call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 646-257-0121.
The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, InRavio can get your message out there. And we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is InRavio.com.
And we are back. Yes, Two Guys and a Chick. Thanks for joining us on your Wednesday, the hump day.
Hello.
The hump day, getting you over the hump. So, yeah, good Warped Tour. And I don't know, how many people got hurt. Hopefully nobody. But, some crowd surfing going on, even though they had the signs up there and stuff, You're not going to stop the kids from being kids, crowd surfing, having a ball. I'll tell you this. When I go to these things, you know what I'm concerned about? I'm an old guy, right? So what am I concerned about? These white girls, like paper white, and they're out there, and I'm wondering, do they have any sunscreen on? Because they're going to be like Larry the Lobster the next day. Because, there's no place to hide from the sun at Warped Tour.
No.
Absolutely no place. It's like that's the only place in the world where there is no such thing as shade. It's like it's everywhere. But it was hot, it was crowded, it was fun. It was quite interesting. It was definitely one of my favorite whoops. Yeah, not bad. Good place. It was a good place to have it. So next up
is Proto Men.
The Proto Men.
Which seem like a pretty interesting group of guys. They're based out of where the heck are they from? Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And they're basically like rock opera, apparently. And it's a bunch of guys in makeup based on a video game series, apparently. I don't get it. From what I could find, their names are references to pop culture films and song titles and fictional characters and things like that, or fictional, whatever. The Nightwalker, Sir Robert Baker, Murphy Weller, Turbo Lover, Reanimator, The Gunslinger, The Gambler, Commander B. Hawkins, Kilroy, Raoul, I guess, and Panther. The Gambler and the Gunslinger are the only ones I know anything about, if I'm thinking of the right ones. Gambler would be the Kenny Rogers song. I can't imagine they're old enough to know that. And the Gunslinger is a Stephen King book, if I've got my references right. The rest of them I know nothing about.
Well, keep in mind that most of these guys are a little bit older. They're not 18. They're not 22. They're a little bit older. So, they're out there, they're doing what they do. And, I can't help to beg the question, Beeb and the Moneymakers, are they called the Moneymakers because when they're not out with Beebs, they're actually playing in wedding bands making money?
I couldn't tell you.
That's what pops into my head. So you got to think about this. These are professional musicians that do this for a living. So this might not be their only gig, so there may be other things that they do as well. So, they do this for the fun, they do this for the enjoyment, for their own personal thing. But, I'm sure that they're playing with other people as well during the course of their life, right?
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, all good people. I was very surprised that there was not a nasty person in the bunch. They were all very nice people. Very good people.
Well, that's good.
Very surprising. So let's go to Proto Men. These guys were fun. Fun interview.
Manifestation of
all the mosh pits I was in when I was young, before there was all that. Yeah, I was all about, I was going to push everybody because I'm angry and I'm 15.
Yeah.
But it's fun as hell. Here's the thing.
I think you got it. You
No,
got
I
a good
know it.
grasp
I
of
grew up and I loved it. I'm just too old now. You know what? I'm going to tell you this. I haven't stage dived in a very long time. Stage dove, right? Divin for years. I haven't done it. First time I ever did it, I was around maybe 16 or 17 or 18 at a Less Than Jake show in Nashville. I got to tell that guy.
Cool.
And the last time I did it, a couple years ago, with Seek and Verge, and I was just like, they opened up with an awesome song, and me and a bunch of old people there. I'm just like, I can't hold it. I can't hold it. So I got on stage and exited in. I stage dove like the first song, slipped on the monitor, hit my knee on something, and I hobbled and wobbled for about a month. And I was like, I'm done. I'm done.
Did you stage dive at one of our shows and kick some kid in the face?
I did. That was in Boston a couple of years ago, and that was great. But the kid loved it. So, anyways, I'm all for the let's have a good time. It's the whole when people get hurt and then the mom sues somebody because that's the problem.
Yeah.
It's all fun and games until you have to pay for your own insurance.
Yes. That's definitely
Very good way to say it.
That's the oldest thing you could possibly say.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. No, it's I'm it doesn't matter to me. They could ban it, they could not ban it. They're not gonna ever be able to enforce it.
Mm-hmm.
And kids are going to do what they want to do because they're kids and they got the power.
This is Warped Tour.
And that's Warped Tour, man. You
This is
can't
Van's
stop
Warped
it.
Tour.
Vance Warped Tour.
So how crazy. I just want to go back to something you just said about how the first time you crowd surfed, you were at a Less Than Jake concert.
Yes.
And you've mentioned, I got to go tell them that.
I
Because
need
now
to
you
go
know
tell
them, and now you can tell them that. How
Yeah,
crazy
and
is that?
It's weird because they're like 25 million years old, and you look at them, they don't really look that old.
No.
That's what's odd. As I saw them walking around, I was like, that's Less Than Jake, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did they have some kind of like youth potion they drank? Because they do not look the age in my brain that I think they are.
Rock and roll for however many years and staying
We're
in
doing
shape.
it wrong, right? Because we're 22.
We are, and we look really old.
We look really old.
I don't think so.
I'm ancient.
I don't think you look a day over 22.
Look at my face. It's like
That
changed
insurance, you just
complexion
gotta
and everything.
make him stop talking about insurance, and then you guys can get,
I know.
then you'll look a lot younger.
Get the Obamacare.
All right, so do you guys have any advice for like the kids that come out to Warped Tour every year and they're trying to break into the music industry themselves, jamming in their garages, just not really sure which way is up in the industry? What would you advise them to do and to stay true to?
Don't make shitty music.
Man, I think don't. Do the kids even know about the old like record label models that are dead at this
Yeah.
point? I was gonna say just do it all yourself.
Be
because you
wary.
can.
That's all they know to do.
It's kind of happening.
That is what they know.
Indie is the way.
And it's easier now to do it than ever.
Ever. I've been hearing some stories about kids. Well, first off, on this tour, I hear how many I've seen that are all straight record label tied. Like they're all signed record deals and all this stuff. And I don't know what. None of them have really outwardly complained about their record deals or anything to me, but none of them seem to be like very excited about the prospect of being on that. The idea of being on that record label.
Not
It's
as
just like
excited as we are about not being
Yeah.
on a record label.
Yeah. Like, it would be cool to be on a record label to have that security blanket, but in the end, they're always going to dump a bunch of cash on you at the front, and you're going to blow it because you don't know how to handle it because you're a young kid. And
You got to invest in life insurance.
life insurance, you need to buy it from me. It's my side business. You call me up, and I'll get you set up with some life insurance. But yeah.
Insurance from the Proto Men.
I have a usual answer I go to, but I'm not going to go to that this time. The main thing you can do as a young person musician, learn cover songs. That's what everybody does. That's how you learn how to play stuff. Try to make music that your peers are not making. Yeah. That is a huge challenge right now.
Yeah. Do not ever use musical reference for a contemporary. Never, ever say, I want to sound just like this band that's going right now. If you do that, what is the point? Why would you want to sound exactly like some other band that's dominating the world right now, other than You're just saying, oh man, I would just want to sell out immediately. I mean, like, if you want to just sell out immediately, go for it. That's fine.
That
But
probably is our advice, I would think, is sell out immediately.
sell out immediately. Just do it. No.
When you go down this path, it's much harder than if you just sold out.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's look to the past for your musical references and inspiration, because
To the past for your musical future.
look to the past for your musical
That's it.
future.
You guys are onto something.
That
Maybe
was
the name of the next project
maybe.
right here on
That's
radio.com.
the name of our new licensed musician.
Okay.
That we're setting up for the year.
It's all old people teaching
This is
young
an alternative schooling option so that we can get smarter, like what we were talking about.
Everything is always a Xerox copy of a Xerox copy, so at least go back to the first Xerox copy. Don't just copy the next dude next to you, because he's almost 100% doing it crappy. That's about it. Almost. Man, there's exceptions, but
Cool. That's great advice. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
This is the Proto Men. This is Vans Warped Tour 2014. Vans Warped Tour. Victory Warped Tour.
Victory
Vans
Warped
Victory
Tour.
Warped Tour. Sorry.
Urban.com.
Hello.
And we are back. So yeah, that was the Proto Men, and I thought it was quite interesting because they were talking about a lot of different music and things, and it's interesting because they were talking about all the music that they like, and and all the bands that they like, and it's like none of the kids that watch us know any of these bands. And they actually went out on stage, and I know Kevin can appreciate this. They went out on stage. They've been doing it all Warped Tour and telling people, yeah, we got this new song. We're going to play it for you now. It's called The Trooper. And it's actually an Iron Maiden song, but kids don't know that because they don't really know who Iron Maiden is. And they played The Trooper. We went out to just happened to catch them because we were at the stage there doing some stuff. And they played Trooper. And I'll tell you what, they awesome. It sounded just like Iron Maiden. It was pretty good, And it was amazing to see how the crowd, all of a sudden, they were happy. They were all good. But then when they played The Trooper, they lost their minds. So it was quite interesting to see that happen, especially The Trooper's what are we talking now, 30 years old, easy, for The Trooper.
Well, they seem like a fun group of guys to hang
They
with.
were a very fun group of guys, yeah. There's some behind-the-scenes footage and stuff that we have. The interview was a lot longer than that, but they were definitely fun. They talked to us for about a half hour, I guess. So it was quite interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, good group of guys there. Very cool people. All right.
Okay.
So what else we got? We got some stuff coming up at the Paramount, yeah?
Yes.
So you guys should go to the contest page and win some tickets.
Definitely check out the contest page. There's we have oh goodness, Ted Nugent and Quiet Riot.
Uncle Ted.
Yeah, I think it's Quiet Riot, right? Yes.
Quite right, yeah.
Yeah. And
So
of
maybe
course
we'll get
this,
Ted on the air. That would be great, huh?
I would love that.
We'll send you back there with a camera and the book. We already got it signed by Ted, but
Yeah, I can get it signed again.
get it signed again.
Yes.
There you go.
No, I love Ted. I think he's
Uncle
great.
Ted, he'll probably call in.
Yeah.
Wango Tango, man.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely check out the contest tab, and if you don't find something that you want to win, definitely go to ParamountNY.com and buy tickets to any of the other amazing shows they have coming up. So later on tonight, we have Nerdgasm again, and they're talking about Transformers 4, Dawn of Planet of the Apes, the new movie, and 22 Jump Street, and they've also got a special Skype-in guest, Adam Gertler, I believe it is.
Okay.
So should be a pretty good show tonight.
Yeah. I heard that guy's a heavy hitter, so Adam, I'm curious to see what he's got to bring to the table. But
Okay. All right, so I think that's it for us tonight.
that's it.
That's
all we
it.
got.
We're done.
All right. Thanks for watching us. Catch us next week. And tell your friends, if they like Warped Tour, to catch the replay. And we'll have some extra footage of Warped Tour before the year's out.
Okay.
Or before the month's out. Don't want to make you wait all year,
All right. See you later. Bye.
inravio.com.